When was the last time somebody called you too sensitive? How did it make you feel? Did you brush it off, or did it stick with you, leaving you wondering if your being sensitive was a flaw? For years, I heard those words, and I felt like they were a total judgment, a sign that I wasn't okay and that there was something wrong with me. And I tried to toughen up. I tried to shrug things off like everybody was suggesting that I do, because obviously my sensitivity was offending people. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't change who I was. And you know what? Now, at 55 years old, I'm really glad that I didn't. So today we're going to be talking about sensitivity, not as something that we need to fix, but as a powerful, beautiful part of who we are. So our affirmation today is, my sensitivity is a strength, not a weakness. And as we explore this affirmation together, I want you to take a moment to reflect. How has your sensitivity shaped the way you experience your life? If you've ever been told you're too sensitive, you probably know what it feels like to second guess yourself constantly. You might wonder, why can't I just toughen up like everybody else? For me, it often felt like my emotions were a liability to myself and to others, and I'd try so hard to change the fact that I cried easily, that I got overwhelmed quickly in situations that seemed to roll off of everybody else's backs, or I'd pick up on little nuances that nobody else seemed to notice. Have you ever found yourself in a situation like that? Maybe feeling like your emotions were too much, or that you had to hide a part of who you are? I tried to see my sensitivity not as a flaw, like I was walking around with no armor in a world full of sharp edges. I tried to see it as something beautiful, but I kept being invalidated over and over again. Let me ask you this. What if your sensitivity isn't a flaw at all? What if it's your sensitivity that makes you unique and valuable in this world? So that's where today's affirmation comes in. My sensitivity is a strength, not a weakness. I recently started saying this to myself, and I wasn't sure that I believed it, but I kept on repeating it, especially in those moments when I felt overwhelmed and when I was doubting myself. Think about this for a moment. What would change if you saw your sensitivity as a strength? How might it affect the way you approach your challenges? How might it affect the way you approach your relationships, or even your own self-perception? Well, since I've been using this affirmation, I've been seeing myself in a new light. Sensitivity isn't just about feeling deeply, it's about perceiving deeply. It allows you to notice all the little subtleties that others might miss. It allows you to empathize with people on a more profound level, and it allows you to connect with the world in ways that are really different. I want you to take a moment right now, and I want you to reflect on how your sensitivity helped you in your life. Maybe it's allowed you to be a better listener. Or maybe it's allowed you to be a more thoughtful partner or friend. Or maybe it's made you be someone who can find the beauty in little things. That's the kind of sensitive person that I am. What's one example from your own life where your sensitivity turned out to be an asset? Let's try the affirmation together. I want you to take a deep breath, and then you're going to say to yourself, my sensitivity is a strength, not a weakness. My sensitivity is a strength, not a weakness. Now I want you to think of a situation where your sensitivity has been an asset, where it has been something that only you could have brought to the table because of the way you feel and the way you perceive the world. And if nothing comes to mind immediately, that's okay. But here's a question to consider. What might you be overlooking? Sensitivity often shows up in really quiet, subtle ways. In how you take care of others, for instance, or how you notice the details of a situation, or how you might create something meaningful if you're an artist or a musician of some kind or a writer. If you'd like to share one of those moments in the comments, I'd really love to read about it. And your story might be inspiring to somebody else and help them to see their own sensitivity. Sensitivity really is often misunderstood, but it's also one of the most powerful traits that a person can have. Think about some of the world's most influential artists, leaders, and change makers. Many of them were highly sensitive, and their ability to feel deeply, to empathize, and to see the world differently is what allowed them to make an impact on the world. Have you ever thought about how your sensitivity would be a gift to those around you? How it might allow you to connect with people in ways that others are not able to? This concept called high sensitivity, or HSP, highly sensitive person, researchers describe it as a personality type that only is found in about 20% of the population. It's not a flaw, I want you to know. It's simply a different way of experiencing the world, one that comes with unique strengths and differences like creativity and empathy and intuition. Right now I'm feeling super sensitive to my cat meowing, so if you don't mind, I'm going to open the door and let her out. Okay, let's continue. What would it feel like to fully embrace that part of yourself, to let go of the idea that your sensitivity is something that you need to fix? So this affirmation that we've been talking about today is part of a bigger journey of self-acceptance that we've been taking on this channel this month for Vlogmas. So during this December, I'm sharing 35 affirmations to help us reconnect with who we truly are. And to help you try out this practice for yourself, I'm offering a free set of 5 affirmations from my 31 Affirmations for Neurodivergent Minds collection. The affirmations are designed to support and empower sensitive souls like you and me. And you'll find the link down in the description and in the pinned comment. So, how would your life change if you embraced affirmations like this? And if you said affirmations like this one each day? What impact could it have on the way that you see yourself? Here's the beauty of embracing your sensitivity. It allows you to show up in the world exactly as you are, your authentic self. When you stop fighting your sensitivity and you start seeing it as a strength, you're going to unlock so much potential in your life. You're going to give yourself permission to feel and to care and to contribute in ways that only you can. Imagine how freeing it would feel to wake up each day knowing that your sensitivity is like a superpower, that instead of holding you back, it's the thing, the very thing that's making you valuable and special and so needed in the world today. So I'm going to encourage you right now to honor and love and embrace your sensitivity. Celebrate it and remind yourself that your sensitivity is a strength, not a weakness. If this message has resonated with you, I would love for you to share it with somebody you know who might also be a highly sensitive person. They might need to hear this message, and they might benefit from the practice of saying the affirmation for themselves. What's one way you're going to celebrate your sensitivity today? Go ahead and drop that in the comments. I'd love to read about it. So there'll be another affirmation tomorrow as we continue this journey together through Vlogmas. But until then, take care, and thanks for being here with me. Remember, your sensitivity is the gift that the whole entire world needs. Love you. Bye.